Okay, 55 is square root negative x minus 2. So first of all, you start for the basic square root function and the three typical point 0, 0, 1, 1, and 4, 2. Okay, we are doing another example. Now reflection about the y-axis. When the negative is inside the parentheses or inside the grouping symbol, is reflection about y-axis. The reflection is easy because the only thing you should do is change the sign of the, in this case, the first component. Okay, suppose this point is 1, 1, now it's negative 1, 1. And this is 4, 2, is negative 4, 2. So the second component stays the same, and the first component is x, change the sign positive to negative or negative to positive. It's the transformation. Of course, the point 0, 0 stays the same because 0 have no sign. No? And the last transformation is vertical shift because it's minus 2 down. So at this point, normally 0, 0 is transformed 0, negative 2. So you're subtracting 2 and the second component. 0 minus 2 is negative 2. This point is negative 1, 1 is negative 1, 1 minus 2 is negative 1. At this point is negative 1, negative 1. And this point is 4, 2. 2 minus 0, 2 minus 2 is 0, this is 4, 2. And this is the graph for the final answer. Okay, 57. 57, we start for the basic cubic function and the three typical points 0, 0, 1, 1, and negative 1, negative 1. When you transform a plus 1 inside the parentheses, this represents horizontal shift 1 unit to the left. Every first component is decreasing by 1. So at this point, 0, 0 would be negative 1, 0. This is transformed to this. This is 1, 1 is transformed as 0, 1 because 1 minus 1 is 0, 0 here. And this is negative 1, negative 1 is subtracting 1, negative 1 minus 1 is negative 2, 0. In other words, is shift 1 unit horizontally to the left. Okay, next transformation is minus in the front. When it's minus in the front, it's reflection. Reflection about x-axis. Okay, flip it. It's rotate or flip it about the x-axis. In other words, any second component is change the sign. Suppose this point is negative 2, negative 1 is transformed like a negative 2, positive 1 here. This stays the same because it's 0 here and 0 have no sign. In this case, 0, 1 would be 0, negative 1 here. Okay, it's reflection. And finally is plus 1 or minus 1, sorry. Entonces vertical shift 1 unit down. Okay, any point is decreasing the second component by 1. So now it's 1 minus 1 is 0. At this point is transformed to this. This point is negative 1, 0 is transformed negative 1, negative 1, decreasing 0 minus 1. And this point is 0, negative 2 minus 1 is 0, negative 2. Final answer. Okay, 59. 59 we start for the basic absolute value function. Typical point is 0, 0, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, and the negative part, negative 1, positive 1, negative 2, positive 2. Okay, the first transformation is, okay, let me, algebraically, I saw, okay, this is equal to that. It's obvious because when you multiply by negative 1 here, you change the sign inside the bar, but I know the absolute value negative 1 is positive 1, so this expression is equivalent to this. And this is much better to see. We have a horizontal shift 1 unit to the right. Okay, so now every first component is increasing plus 1. Entonces 0,0 right now is 1,0. 1,1 is you increase in the first component is 1 plus 1 is 2,1. The second is 2,2 is 3,2 and so on. This is negative 1,1 plus 1 here is negative 1 plus 1 is 0,1. Okay, basically is horizontal shift to the right. And finally, multiply by 2. Multiply by 2 is by the factor to the spherical stretch. That every second component of y component is multiplied by 2. So this point stays the same. This 0,1 stays the same. However, this no. This is 2,1 is the second component. You multiply by 2 is 1 times 2 is 2, 2,2. And this is 3,2. Multiply the second component by 2 is 2 times 2 is 4, 3,4. And this is 0,1. The second component multiplied by 2 is 0,2. And finally, the second component is negative 1,2 is negative 1,4. Okay, 61 is using the function in integer function is to integrate x minus 1. This is a typical integer function. Let me recall, integer function is, for example, in this interval is less than 1 is 0. Entonces now in the interval between 1 and 2 is 1, between 2 and 3 is 2. Okay, it's always the greatest integer, less than the specific real number. Okay, now this is the graph of the base. Now the transformation is x minus 1. It's horizontal shift 1 unit to the right. So this is translated. This part is moving one step. This part is this interval corresponds to this interval, and this interval corresponds with this interval. The moving shift is the shiftment to the right 1 unit. And finally, multiplication by 2 is a vertical stretch. So the only thing is high, because the y you multiply by 2. This is 0, still the same. And this is positive 2, or positive 1, sorry, multiplied by 2 is positive 2. And this is positive 2 multiplied by 2 is positive 4. This times 4, this times 2, always twice here. This times 1, this times 2. And likewise, in the negative part, this time is 1. Of course, down, negative 1. So this time is 2. Go down is negative 2. Okay, it's pretty easy.